didn't put this thing in there.
You paid to watch the virtual. You can leave at You need to leave.
There's too much dissension going on, not between Democrats and Republicans, between Republicans. Oh, all right, brother.
Kyle, I'm sorry you're not able to do that. You were advised you can't tape it.
Oh.
So please take it down.
To our convention chair, Representative Val Okimata.
I make the unanimous concessions movement to open on the floor nomination for temporary chair.
I second that. Order of business.
Mr. Chair, I seem to be recognized.
The first order of business is to elect the temporary chair for the convention.
Point of order. Point of order. Mr. Chair. Point of order. I seem to be recognized. Mr. Chair, I seek to be recognized.
Order of business.
I want to be recognized.
Temporary chair of the convention. It's right here in the rules.
Point of order. I'm asking to be recognized as a delegate here in the convention.
It's not a motion, it's order of business. It's right here in the rules. Do you see that?
Please have security. You need to be removed.
It's the order of business is to select the
We already did all
But
that.
look,
We already did all
temporary
that.
chair.
Sir, we already did
It's
that.
right in the rules.
No, but that's not this.
It's right in the rules.
Please don't. Please don't.
Why would I leave?
Because you're out of order.
I'm not the one
You're
who
out of
raised
order.
it. I'm
You're
just,
all leaving.
this is a temporary chair right here.
That's how it is. No. That's the rule. That's actually the thing in there.
You paid to watch the virtual. I hear you. You are private property. You need to leave. You are embarrassing yourself.
Why?
You need to leave.
I want the point.
We want law. We just want the law being followed.
No, ma'am, you need to leave. I hear you. I hear you. Go ahead. I am the sergeant at arms.
Who's that?
I am the sergeant at arms. You need to leave. I have a
All chair and asking to be recognized as an individual. Are you denying? Are you guys denying?
remove the chair from the convention, please.
Are you denying her voice?
Take her to a safe location. No longer safe in the convention.
We are supposed to
You need to leave the convention.
Open the floor.
It's the first order of business.
We want the rules to be followed. That's all we want, are the rules to be
Right
followed.
now, for the temporary chair. I call a temporary chair. I have
You have no
Just trying to follow the rules.
convention now.
Want to second that?
Anybody have nominations for temporary chair?
Delegates are the ones supposed to be running this
I hear
meeting.
you, but you can go ahead and submit a petition after the
What,
convention to
that's
the
not how
rules
it's
convention.
done, according to the
According to
HRP
this
rules.
convention, that's how
No,
it's done.
somebody made
Go ahead
that
and
up.
please leave the
Somebody made
convention.
that up. It is
Kindly decided not to join the convention and standing on the sidewalk protesting and doing what you need to do to make democracy happen. Go ahead and remove them.
You own it?
I knew it.
What did you do?
I knew it. Make sure this is her cousin's property. She can't see. She's speaking for her cousin.
Anybody want to ask the property owner right now? Because we the people.
I knew it. I knew you'd think of me.
Don't start that. Don't start that.
Are you in or out?
Let's go. Keep walking.
Well, I'm watching this, but
No.
are you guys going to
James,
follow the
you know
rules?
what? I am the rules chair,
Oh, okay, so
and I will be more than happy I'd be more than happy to sit with you, and I offer this.
Can we just
not
go over
today,
this right now?
Not today.
It
Okay?
says order of business. It's
But
the
that's
first
not-
thing to do.
But there's also some other rules that go with. No, there is.
It says
But
first order of
James,
business.
You're gonna sit or you're gonna go with.
But this
join
is
them.
the first order of business. Why don't you guys want to follow the rules?
Okay, then leave. Then leave then.
I'm just asking a question. I didn't cause a disturbance. You came up and talked to me. I'm just standing
Because
here.
I'm asking you.
To
are you
leave
gonna
for
stay?
what?
Are you gonna stay?
Yeah,
and
I intend to stay.
Okay, please, so we can go on.
Yeah. It seems like they had a valid point.
No, they didn't. And
It says first order of
I will tell
business.
you one day, next week, we'll
If you have
sit
an
and talk
issue, you
about
can go ahead and
it.
submit a
Sir,
petition
it's
to the
private
Rules
property.
Convention.
Don't make them call the police. Just
That's
leave.
That's fine. Why
Just
are you
leave.
telling
You're
me?
stalling.
I didn't do anything. She walked up and said,
Then-
"Are you going to stay or go?" I said, "I want to stay."
But you can't talk. So if you want to talk, you
She
gotta go.
talked to me. I'm just standing up.
Are you
and
gonna talk?
Everybody's coming to me.
Sit down. Sit down. Be quiet then, please. Unless you have to leave. You can't disturb the meeting. We'll call the police. It's private property. We have the right to do so.
Okay. Can you stop talking to me?
Yeah.
Because I'm just
No,
standing
no,
here.
Listen,
Just walk
I
away.
got
Let's see
this.
if he
I
sits
got
down.
this. Go ahead.
Okay, Austin.
Go ahead and bring the convention chair back in. Yes, they're being sworn.
God.
Are you gonna sit down?
I can't stand. Tell all them to sit down. I didn't do anything wrong. Everybody else is standing up. What did I do? I'm just standing here. Hey, yell at them and tell them to sit down like they're in kindergarten. I didn't do nothing. They're talking to me.
We're trying to have a meeting here and you're disrupting it. How about that?
Go ahead. What have I done? Tell them to sit down.
I don't know.
Why can't I stand and they're standing? If everybody else sits down, I'll sit down. Look,
Okay, I know.
take your hand off me.
I'm not telling
Look.
you to sit down. Just listen.
You
trying to
guys are
talk
talking
you
to me.
calmly, and I'm trying to talk to you calmly.
I'm just standing here.
I know. Well,
Why are you guys bullying me?
I'm not
just standing here.
Go back. Okay, I get it.
Everybody else is sitting, I'll sit now. I just don't want to be treated like I'm in elementary.
I
The guy
know.
told me to sit down and shut up.
Okay.
Yeah,
it,
I
take
can.
it, take
Now
it.
that everybody else is sitting, I'll gladly sit down.
Take a breath.
Sure. I just don't. Like,
Come
I
here.
got 6
Come here.
people on me for what?
Because the perception was when the rest of those people stood up, you stood up with them.
Yeah, because
And the
everybody
perception-
started sitting up
And
or standing.
the perception was you were with them.
To me, that makes sense.
Okay.
First order.
So
I'm not ordering. I'm just saying that makes sense. This is a statement. That's all. We'll see how it goes.
It's all good because we need
Is it?
this convention to happen.
Because you know what? I tried to call some of my delegates and wrong number, and supposedly they paid and they're here, and I can't even talk to some of my own people in my precincts, my delegates. So
I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll work on it.
you see, I want to show you real quick. You look at this list. I called all these check marks. I called. 4 of them responded. They were all wrong numbered.
I'm not sure.
Isn't that a major problem?
It would be.
Yeah, I mean, so these 500 people, I'd like to
Let's get
talk
the
to them.
convention going.
Let's see.
Oh, is everybody awake now? Quick recess, please.
Final parliamentary inquiry. It's not a motion, it's not a. So are you denying, if you deny me, then I'll sit down. Are you denying me?
Yeah, we're not, yeah, correct, we're not
Deny me
doing
by
motions.
parliamentary inquiry.
Correct. Okay. Meeting call to order again. Okay. If you are not awake yet, you hopefully have some adrenaline running through you and are alert and awake now. Aloha, everyone. Thank you. My name is Val Okimoto. I am grateful to currently serve as our House Minority Leader, and I will be serving today as our convention chair.
knucklehead. So, you know what, and it is what it is. People are still inside the conference. Nobody else stood up, so I don't know.
Check this, Mele Songsong just admitted her cousin owns the property, and I go, I knew it. So that way she can speak for her cousin to kick us off the private property because it belongs to her cousin. I go, I knew it.
Back it up, that's all.
Were you talking as well? What's your name again?
It's all fake. What you guys watching live right now is false. It's all falsified already. That's why we're out here. How can we be out here if we're gonna voice our opinions? We're delegates in every freaking district. Come on.
And Mele
paid for being
admitted her
inside there.
cousin
And they
owns the
kicked us out.
building.
What the hell's going on?
That's why she
We
has
got
the
her name
authority
tags,
to kick
baby.
us
We
off.
there.
This is
Because her
paid
cousin, she's
by me,
speaking
not
in
by
behalf
taxpayers'
of the
money,
cousin.
by
The
my
cousin's
money.
not here, so
To be
technically
over here
he's really
for
the
all of
only
you guys.
person that can kick us
Come
off.
on.
Is the owner of the
tired
property.
by lying down.
That
I'm not
cousin's
gonna
not
freaking
here.
die here for
But
it.
as soon as she goes, my cousin
When
owns
you're
this
standing up,
building,
fighting
and I'm
for
speaking
my
for
rights,
him.
my family's
You
rights,
have to
your
leave.
rights.
And I said, I knew it. I pointed at her. I go, I knew it. I said that 2 or 3 times to her. And first time she smiled, like, haha, like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, and I'm like, I knew you were gonna pick a place that you could have authority over. Treat us however you wanted.
Well, lesson learned for the next one.
Super corrupt.
Lesson learned.
Super corrupt. They will not follow the law. They're not going to follow the rules. You know, it's the Hawaii Republican rules. They're not even following their own rules.
Goals of the Republican Party and will abide by its rules. Thank you.
And then they add this affidavit at the last minute. We're supposed to honor.
So what is it?
So we are asked to
In-person guest, delegate, or candidate understand and agree that I am a guest on private property. Understand that due to COVID and venue-related restrictions, the state committee approved rules and agenda will be carried out without any delegate motions
nor any debate.
Wow, that doesn't seem right.
Violation. So can we do the sergeant of arms interview?
Who's the sergeant
Right
of
here.
arms? Oh, you're the sergeant
Again,
of
so
arms.
what are the options for delegates besides
Sign this,
coming in?
and then
Signing this, so
going in.
basically give up all the rights we have as delegates based on the
No, you can
2019
go home,
rules.
watch the convention at home, and
But
vote online.
How can I talk? on
Yeah,
the
you're supposed to be able
video?
to
understand.
participate
So I
in the.
cannot.
I understand.
Let's say there's a motion to amend the resolution.
Not this year. They're not.
So there's
the state
nothing
committee,
amendable,
nothing amendable this year.
not even the rules, they have to be as they are. There's no input whatsoever from the delegates.
Yes, sir.
Right, that's not very American.
Is that on the national level? Are they doing
this
these
is
same
just
kind of
the
things where you can't
apology
motion
to
during a?
You know, Fidel did that. We put it on somebody's
Yeah.
house. After he took over Cuba, he put notes on the house.
They justify it by the COVID. So, we could probably postpone it another month when the COVID restrictions are.
Yeah, maybe maybe we should have an outside venue so we don't have to
Definitely we
follow
Yeah, it
the.
is in a couple of months. They're opening
Private
everything.
property. So why don't we do it in a park or somewhere? I mean, where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
public. So there
Yeah.
are obviously options. Unbelievable.
I agree. I mean, if you sign it,
Did you?
you're doing so against your will, I would say. Yeah, I'm still on.
Okay.
It seems like you got to waive rights to participate in something.
So we might, bring it up on a state committee or something and
Yeah, I mean, on the national level, are they doing that anywhere else?
make this void whatsoever.
So.
Raise the voice because you can't be the only one talking.
Yeah. Hey, you can't talk, I guess. Okay, thanks guys, I'll put on my mask. But then I can take it
You
off.
start over from the beginning. If you can, share your name and your district and just tell us what's wrong with this picture here.
Okay. Hi, my name's Linwood,
Can you hear me?
District
Yeah.
22, Precinct President 1.
Banner's on his own, but I
Yeah, we
still
just
went
got
up to
kicked
him
out
and
of the
hugged him
meeting.
and pulled him, you know,
Charlotte stood up because it was time for us to implement the actual Hawaii Republican rules because they were not following them. They were totally ready to ignore them. So it came the time when you're like, wait, no, we got to follow the rules, we got to follow the laws and everything that's written, and they absolutely refuse to let her speak, and they refuse to follow the rules of their own party. It's just crazy. It's sad. It's just it's crazy. crazy that a few people made all the plans for today and elected who they wanted elected for the temporary chair and the secretary. And they made up however they wanted today to happen and unfold and who was going to be in charge. They did that, an elite group of people. And they're like, we'll do this. And then last night they created an affidavit and threw that at us last night, saying that we were willing to, if we even said one word, if we spoke one word, that they would kick us out. So of course that was the first thing. Security came up and said, you have to leave, you signed an affidavit. And I just said, we didn't sign it. But I actually signed it and I put, we are duress, D-U-R-E-S-S, I don't know if I'm saying it right, because we don't want to sign that. Some of us didn't sign it, and we're forced to sign it to be able to walk in here. They put that, they gave it to us last night, the night before. They put all these rules in there that if you say anything, you're going to get in trouble. And you're going to get kicked out.
I asked, I said, hey, would you like to comment on this affidavit because this is disenfranchising delegates? And she says, no, I don't know the rules. And David's like, but you're running for party chair. What do you mean you don't know? She goes, oh, I'll figure it out once I get in there.
Exactly. Isn't that? I'm sorry, my French, but I'm just.
This is what Hawaii Republicans have been voting for the past
30, 40, 50, 60 years?
Want to comment on what you saw there?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people that don't give a damn about the rules. You guys were there, and I was surrounded by like 5 people. They all got really close, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? I'm just standing. And some guy came out up to me and said, sit down. And I'm like, dude. I looked at him, and I said, you know what? I seen like 7 people along the wall standing up. I go, I tell you what, I'll sit down as soon as all those people sit down. I said, dude, and then he tried to apologize to me later. I said, hey, no problem, Steve was his name. I go, no problem, Stephen. Oh, by the way, it's a free country. You can sit or stand, whatever you choose.
Steve, how do you feel about that affidavit that they made you sign?
Oh, I signed it in, now whether people believe it or whatever, maybe I'm wrong, I don't care, but I signed it within its own borders and signed it under duress.
Okay.
So I don't even really think I signed it.
Yeah, because I actually have the affidavit here.
Oh, good. Yeah. We're going to need to scan that.
I have the affidavit here.
Yeah, so where it says signed and all that, I drew a big box, right? Because this is a 4 corners, right? So the rules within it apply, and technically that's 4 corners, so that applies. That doesn't apply to this verbiage. And so I signed it within the 4 corners rule and said, signed under duress.
This was not a deliberative assembly. This is not a state convention. Would you agree with that statement?
I'd say it seemed like, well, unfortunately, I think one of the problems is it's just a bunch of lawyers and politicians running the show.
Social club, man.
Yeah, it seemed like a big
out in the open.
Running the show how they wanted to. No dissent against the supreme ruler of the convention, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem right.
I appreciate your comment on the
no
interview,
worries,
brother.
man. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Appreciate it. Is that...
Mele Songsong is committee chair of the state convention, which is improper and inappropriate for her to run for office in an election process that she is in charge of, a clear conflict of interest. A delegate's God-given right is free speech, and specifically the right to make motions and to debate at convention. God calls these rights good. A few days ago, convention chair Mele Songsong arbitrarily announced that there would be no motions and no debates for delegates at this convention. Mele Songsong calls motions and debates evil. Mele Songsong represents darkness. Then last night, our darkness HRP chair Boyd Reedy announces an affidavit. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. When the HRP fears the people, there is liberty. When the people fear the HRP, there is tyranny. Mele Songsong is a tyrant. Boyd Reedy is a tyrant. I suppose that in terms of administrative skills, Mele and I are comparable. The difference is disgraced past HRP Chair Shirlene Ostrov. When Mele Songsong served as Shirlene Ostrov's campaign manager when Shirlene Ostrov ran for Congress. Shirlene Ostrov and Jean Ward are cancers and must be surgically removed from the HRP.
Mele Songsong received 240 votes. And Banner Fanene received 87 votes. So Mele Songsong is elected secretary. Congratulations, Mele.